Virgo, you're going first. Jump in head first. I feel like that might be what you're doing right now. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't even think you want to. I don't think you want to. Yeah. Okay. There's Ghostlands. This is number 17 in the upright. I need you to go watch the reading that I just did. You may be on the verge, on the edge, about to completely redefine the portal entrance, because I remember your reading from last time. The portal entrance. This is the penultimate zeitgeist. Okay. If this was a watch, this is a Rolex. Yeah, this is a feat that is not easy peasy for anybody. If you want to roll up on it, anyway, this is the duality of two dimensions overlapping in your actual reality. You know how when a fly lands, I'm talking about a fruit fly, a horse fly, a regular fly, like a gnat. When it lands, they tend to go like this with their hands, right? So the convenience of that comes at the expense of its owner, which means that the payoff of that also gets paid to its owner. There are upsides and there are downsides to these things. Ownership, that is. If I'm going to be, I don't know why I feel the need to tell y'all this today, but I do. If you're going to be a welt upon the face of your company, then it means that you're willing to take the golden rule and thwart it, twist it around. I'm going to put the golden rule down here in the middle because I think that's really important right now. What happens when you take a wishing well with the golden rule for granted? Because it really is, we're having the proverbial tuck everlasting moment that has been nip-tucked out of society. I will draw on the Fae in a moment, as well as the Buddha, to clarify this for you, Earth signs. But there's been a clipping of your life that I think has been more monotheistic or monolithic, I suppose. I like lithic. Okay. Is number 41. Unexpected visitors. Earth signs, you're prolific. You're profound. You're an absolute pro at everything that you do. There's no comments, questions, or concerns about that. I think you've been put in a situation, yes, bone collector. In the reverse. I'll show you what it looks like in the upright. In the reverse, this is you not being able to gather together the lovely bones that your life has consisted of. There's a 7-point shift from number 48 to number 41, and there's a 23 right here in the middle. I'm going to say, because this bone collector is number 1, that this 41 and this 48, between the two, you've had 7 whole days of work that have all centered around building this Taj Mahal, this Taraji. It's a Taji. I don't want to say Taj Mahal. I want to say It's a jaunt in your life, right? It's a dash, a mad dash that happens. It's the hustle. It's the flow. It's the life force energy being returned to you. This is the, if you've never seen that movie, Return to You, you should watch it. You should watch it. Watch it genuinely and wholeheartedly at that. There's going to be a glimpse of the backside of the moon that some people are going to get and some people are not. I'm going to switch decks because I want to see this bone collection. Right underneath there is solitude. This is the lighthouse. So between the lighthouse and the bone collection, there was a disconnect. I want to say you are here because of some type of red dot experience you might have had. Whether that's with Sirach, a map, or, Eastern Indian culture. I don't really care. There's this lighthouse of energy, and then there's this movement forward that needs to happen in the upright. You see the lighthouse happening there? There's still something amiss, something awry. Follow the leader is in reverse. I could keep going, but I'm not going to. There's just magic. There's magic, mysticism, mystery in the air. And in order to demystify some of the generational curses that have been kind of degenerating us for so long, and I'm sorry to say it like that, I don't know how to be any more kind or sort of tactful than that. There's a solitude in this wishing well. This is how this came out. I'm just gonna read it, okay? This solitude in this wishing well is not courageous. It's been caused. It's like the nip tuck. This wishing well has tuck everlasting water, which sounds good in the short term, but in the long run, you probably don't want to live until you're 300 years old. The aches and pains that you have now times 300 years old so that you could be one of the originals. You could watch everyone you love around you die. It's like being part of The Walking Dead, where you're the cure. Would you go back? If you were the cure to The Walking Dead, would you go back to the church that you became The Walking Dead in and worship? Or is that spaceship kind of kaput? And now you're boarding a different type of takeoff that doesn't involve suffering. And because you can't take anyone with you except yourself, you either leave a record of this love for the human race, for the earth. I'm gonna start crying. This is the takeoff. I'm gonna just sob. No, I'm not. A tear or two might drop, but that's about it. And then also you want to leave behind your best carbon footprint possible without hurt, pain. How much have I loved? If I ever have to ask Jacob, I will say Adam only knows. God knows, and so does Jesus. Basically, you will never know how much I love you. How do you commemorate this across the actual face of the vessel that you had the pleasure of inhabiting, cohabitating with on this earth with animals and plants and other humans? I just told you about the shadow of a moon. Now you need to go find out who Amun Ra really is. No level of lunacy, no level of lunatic, no level of crazy or insane could ever help you remember that if you don't remember already.